Hey everyone, good morning, welcome to the stream, welcome. Today guys, we've been sent an amazing game that's just been released, sent by the amazing people at Gamuzumi, gamuzumi.com, check their games out. It's good Sakura spirit, it is a lewd game, and what do we say when we're playing lewd games, guys? I don't know, because I just made this up, so no one else would know. It's lewd, it's rude, and I'm in the mood for some nude. So that's our new saying, guys. That's what we'll be saying now. I just made it up, actually. I made it up this morning, I was thinking about it. Let me tell you what this game's about, and if you're watching me live today on my Twitch channel, guys, I really do appreciate it if you drop me a follow just by hitting that heart icon. Drop me that follow, much appreciated. And if you're watching this back on my YouTube channel as a replay, like the video, dislike it if you dislike it, comment, I will reply to your comments. And guys, please, it's FREE, free to subscribe to my channel, and it takes 1 second. Share my videos, help me grow my channel, I really do appreciate it. I get a lot of views on my videos, but not enough subscriptions. And people don't know, it takes 1 second, just click one button, and it is free. It doesn't cost you anything, so you might as well take advantage of it. So, before we start, guys, let me tell you what this game's about. Sakura Spirit. Get transported into a world and befriend fox girls. Sounds good. Rising judo star, Gashikin Takanuki, that's not how you pronounce his name, but we're going with it, we're rolling with that, was 2 weeks away from the match that would make or break his career. A championship match where the winner is then signed up to the young national athlete of Japan. He was very determined to win, fulfill his dreams, and finally represent his country for the sport he loves so much. He goes to a shrine that is rumored to grant any wish. After praying, he wakes up and finds himself in an ancient, unfamiliar place. While searching for a way back to his village, he stumbles upon 2 mysterious fox girls. Will Tak get back to his own world in time for his match, or will he be stuck there forever? So the game features visual novel. Yes, guys, it is a visual novel. Cute fox girls, wow, to romance, epic ancient Japan setting, and beautiful Magna art. It's available for Nintendo Switch. As you can see, guys, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch OLED model in handheld mode, because that's the way we roll here on my channel. Just been released. The release date was the 23rd of the 6th, 2022. So just been released, guys. So it's available now to go buy this. Supported language are Japanese, English, Spanish, and German. Here in Australia, guys, it's rated M for coarse language, sexualized imagery, and sexual reference. Gotta love the lewd games, guys. It's all about the lewd and the rude. And fingers crossed, because I'm in the mood for some nude. Fingers crossed. Hey, Double D Brookie, welcome to the stream. I knew you'd pop past. Haven't seen Jericho yet, but I knew one of you would pop past to check out this game. Okay, let's start the game. Thank you, Gamuzumi. Once again, Gamuzumi is the one to supply this game to me today. Thank you. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as many people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least, that's what most people say. Then, what about those who end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they just merely incredibly lucky? Okay, so Dad, every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dreams, no matter what overwhelming challenges he may face. I still remember those foolish words my dad would say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whatever I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It was merely it was always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think I would become a hero simply by learning the trial arts. Even though I already understood the superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still have desire to use my own strength to shake off of others. My name is Gashikin Takahui. We're going to call him Tak. It's so much easier. My name is Tak, a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now and could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved. But the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those woeful thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded my outside of the window. Thank you for the host, Brookie. Thank you. Oh, Taka! Get your butt in gear! Okay. I'll be there I'll be there. Koyomi? I think it's Koyomi? No, these names are killing me! Why can't they just have normal names? Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing I was still in my pajamas. Hold on a second, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized your school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies. By the way, did you borrow them from your mum? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let a groan of annoyance and marched back into my room. Bah, there's nothing wrong with my jammies. It just reminds me of that time, the Simpsons episode where Bart's playing in their house with Milhouse and Martin about the radioactive comic they just bought. And Marge yells out, I think this was the episode, she goes, Bart, I laid out your jammy jams. It just reminded me of that. Bart, there's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping off my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of a girl behind me. That only happened once, very well. It was super hot that night. And geez, once before you stripped naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind if we were there a little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead. No, stop. Don't make me kick your ass. Homie, I can see your doodle. It's a Simpsons song today, guys. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly put on my pants, proceeding the remaining few items of clothing before I suitable dress for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been so distracted a lot lately. What's going on in the hollow skull of yours? Is that up-and-coming match? I have no idea anyone could remain calm when the international crew is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I made enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse gene. Oh right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you can always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of those school legends. Apparently there's some shrine in the forest that, if you pray, it brings you good luck. Ichiwaka-san said there was a sister prayed the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that's said to bring you good luck. It sounds like bogus to me. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichiwaka-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up modern-day Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you go looking, at least send me a message. Let me know. And if you hurry up, we're going to be late again. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can a person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget Casanova, the man of the year, Cannabis Bits. They're important details. I doubt you qualify for either of them, Pajama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone's gone before. To school! Oh, nerd. Several hours later. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmates about the location of the shrine that Koyomi had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for the day, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ikawakagi! I'm gonna call you Ichi. We're just gonna go Ichi from now on, guys. Hey, Ichi, is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess, you want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full dating Koyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Jokes aside, I'm more interested in the shrine. Did she mention that she found it? I didn't know she was anywhere near that forest, aside from the dojo. Oh, well, yeah, she said something about it being near a river, and quite high up. To be honest, I haven't paying too much attention when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top and this tight and... Stop! As soon as you don't need to hear the details, I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone that might have heard about the shrine? I do apologize for the dogs barking in the background, guys. It's not my dogs, it's the stupid neighbors next door. They're foolish people. Are you guys talking about the lucky shrine out in the forest? The one and only, according to Ichi's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about that, but there's a fairy girl at the Sakura dojo. I don't know that word. Who knows more about it? Wait, are you talking about Ayura-sama? About the tail? The tall, ridiculously strong, and super crazy? That's the one. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be helped. Tak, sorry guys. Tak, I know where that place is. Yeah, we're going to abbreviate these names because I can't pronounce them for the life of me today. Or either. If you watched my streams before, I suck at pronouncing these names. Absolutely suck. Of course you do. We both do. You want to tag along, don't you? I don't think... We'll call it Area Simpa will appreciate your visiting her and the usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time I tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep on ladies. They're slender, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Area Suma's gorgeous body in the state of nudity. Well, it's something wrong with you, buddy. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found it didn't really look at the good view of it. He's a peeping Tom. There we go. Someone's called the cops. Ichi, the peeping Tom from... He said it. Peeping Tom has confessed. I playfully patted Ikki's shoulder and turned around, grabbing my bag in the process, prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichi. I let the judge know when most helpful during the interrogation. That's unfair. I was occurred. I won't say another word until I speak to my lawyer. I wish we had a flashback then of some side boob. Once the school was over, I decided to take chances with a little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Eri Summer would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a dojo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she had been refusing to complete any tournament for a while now. Eri Senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for the sign of the girl. Hey, fellow shouts, I will find her. I grinned briefly and saw Eri seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she'd been fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was the perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Eri? Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Eri retracted. She grabbed my hand, holding my hand, and with a loud grunt, shifted her weight, clutching the tip of my hand on the shoulder. I didn't have a time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Aya! Now one sneaks up on a great Hukichi Hyrule. Oh, Tech Boy. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Kuchi. More like a Tasmanian devil. Then the throw didn't shred my mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Tech Boy. Better you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess, you want to do some sparring, didn't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon. I could do both. I could do with a bit of break anyway. Sorry guys, got a bit of tongue twister then. Might have to get a glass of water in a second. Where to start? You used to take part in a big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, haha. There's one time at band camp. No, sorry guys. There's one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me out into the car. Of course, there was when I was like 8. Well, obviously, I can't go and hide for the match, But one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that we'll go and pray something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Tack boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. But I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent my country and the sport I love. Eris seemed to think that quite a long time, and while tapping her with her jaw with a finger, eventually she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you where this shrine. I know. But it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and a bob of your head. You need to give me something to the shrine, something of value. I guess I have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. Well, oh, no, Tack Boy. I'm not going with you. I got training to do. Besides, we've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get there, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even a little while? Afraid so, Tack Boy. Let me grab some paper. I can draw you the map for you. After Auroria's return, quickly preparations were made and followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't that far. However, the hint on the how to find the way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just look down, you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. Narrow path, colored along the trees and nearby with a river, equal as Lister had mentioned. I followed I'm gonna call it air, because area, I can't pronounce that name. So we're just gonna get Aria's Scribbles. I don't know what to call her, with a bit of skepticism. But after an hour or so, I finally arrived at supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seems surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could secretly live here, perhaps some secret martial artist master. Though, the thought of a hermit living in hiding in the shrine in order to prepare himself for upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living here. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind the visit. My visit, sorry guys. It only took a few seconds before gathering the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar and sorts at the back of the room. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I had been given, putting it inside my bag. I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think my luck will do. Oh, sorry, I'll start that again. I don't even think my luck will do me much good in the match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for the things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about knowledge. You have to gain through training. Of course, an amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more and nothing less. Like I say, we get a female voice now, guys. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by a very thing he denies. Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? Quiet. The clinch question, but the right thing is to ask, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself! Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you don't believe in such as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do you enlighten me about this something might be that you are preparing yourself for? I felt a little annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find where she was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's highly skilled combat art. Aha, so you're a warrior. Hesitate to go into the battle and came here to hopes of finding to resolve the fight. I'm not sure about the warrior part. How fortunate. It just so happens that there need for one of your kind. My kind? A hero. The shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like that's others mentioned. Your vision sounds better though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along with her, clapped my hands together in prayer. So, what's next? Do I offer my allowance or something? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I'll be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I feel disoriented for the moment the girl's words reached my ears. My head spinning wildly. Slowly I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurrier, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Okay guys, that's our first bit of lewd boob for today. Not nude, but it's rude and it's boob. Good luck, hero. Her name's Mysterious Girl. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. She's she's quite fancy, guys. Despite my intention to back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. The sight of the horns and a tail left me in questions, but before I had a chance to alter even a single word, my conscience had scrambled to darkness. Rays of sunshine stared me on the back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but at first thing I noticed that was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like it was in the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around and see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby. Get back here! Hickage! Stop them at once! Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Nayahaya! I think the notice was missing. One-sama! Keep running, little one, and you might just make it. Just when I thought the day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of a heavy footsteps could be heard nearby. Okay, here we go, guys. The lewd boob has arrived. What in the word is going on here? So, we got the two girls at the front. I'm digging the one on the left. He's looking pretty good. I don't mind the one in the blue either. Take them both. Take them both. Why not both? Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls that had fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about the scene, something that didn't make any sense. The girls being chased had ears and a tail of an animal, and their pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and I don't know what that word is, naginita, some sort of weapon, guys. You conceiving fox, come back here at once, return my stole immediately. Double D Brookie says, boobies! Yes, Brookie, it's time for some boob. Give me back my panties. Gosh. How could you say something that loud like that? Panties, panties. Oh no, help, save us from the rampaging women. As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go without acting. I'm so going to regret this. Mumbling to annoyance, I chased after the girls. Hikarage, go after the left! Right. I said left! Why do you always undermine me? I wasn't saying right, I was, never mind, just run after them. As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate around the path. Okay, so this is the blonde one, guys. She's pretty fine. Wanasami! I didn't think I could run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit... Okay, so this is the silver hair one. The silver hair one's pretty foxy as well. Because they're both foxes. Just a little longer, Meko-chan. We're almost... Meko! Not now! Oh, so sorry, Wanzami. Scissor attack! I arrived just in time to find a scene taken straight from the action movie. The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held to her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for it after beating if I didn't stop them. Okay, we got them now. Thieves! I'm gonna personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both put into stocks. Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to turn around without any undies on. Yeah, although I must admit having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Keep me feeling fresh and tingly. Okay, guys, so we're talking about... we're not talking about... You know what we're talking about. No undies, nice breeze, tickles their private parts. Hikachu's goodness, don't even have a shame. That isn't about you. It's about our undergarments stolen and these two criminals being brought to justice. Me, Wanzani, it hurts. My head hurts. Oh, she's going okay, little one. Hey guards, if you despite to have your underwear back, then here, catch. Stop it right there. However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew frustrated. I can't see. Who the hell tossed her? Peeling the items off my face, I realized there were... I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample that the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and a lacy black panties. I can think of a lot worse things to land on your face, mate. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end well. There you are. You there. Are you in the cahoots with those crafty foxes? And hand those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch. Drop the panties right now. I'm innocent until proven guilty. It's one of the golden rules of court. Just stop putting those weapons at me and I'll hand it over to you. Undies without being turned into skittish kebab. What? No, stop. Shut up. Just drop the evidence and walk away. I'm Tak, Chief of the Village Guards, and I'm ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. Her name is Takashuri. We're gonna call her another Tak. I don't know if there are any village guards. I seriously doubt a cop would be around distressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. And are you sure I should drop the evidence here? I mean, I could, but... Hiya! Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me, the pointy end of her nagamine aiming for my guts. My reflexes caught just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upon the wooden staff out of the weapon, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance. Naruri, I did not know you could attack. Fine. I'll give them a break. Jeez, just my luck. I found a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Extending the hand that had held the undies, I tried to hand them over, something that would soon up regretting. Ha! You think I'd fall for something so simple? Fool, you may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again. The woman swung the weapon wide, acing the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forward and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would have led for more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Your methods might be crude, but that does get the result, Hickory. Tie him up. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows those pesky thieves are hiding. Right. And people wondering why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs? I mumbled this weakly as the girl had narrated and tied my wrist together with rope. And as soon as I felt myself dragged towards the city, surely once we're out of the forest, you two will stop acting of yours and letting me go, right? As much as I like to fool around, I have more important things to do. The city? Haha, you're not talking about that all the way there. You'll be spending the night in the village cells, thief. Who are you calling a thief? I'm a victim. First, I get undies tossed in my face. Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. As long as they're girl undies. Foxy girl undies. I get undies tossed in my face. Then I have to deal with a psycho abuse. A physical abuse, sorry guys. And now for the actuations. Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's a city, you know. Takasugi Toshi. Silence, Hirish. If he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. To shoot a tyrant? Hehe, that's funny. And that's how I ended up in the way to the jail cell, cuffed and draped by two girls, both of them who started to suspect we're crazy. When we exited the forest, alarm set off my mind. The city I lived in where whole life, it was gone. You've got to be kidding me. If I wasn't in Tatsushi Toshi, then where the hell was I? Hey, no talking, come on. I don't want to have to bop you that much. Kind of maybe a punch or two. I just want to know that the heck you blocked my strike so easily. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was a kind of predictable. With the right move and enough force, that was the result you got. Anyway, I play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look like they belong in some sort of classic samurai movie. What the heck? Movie? This is Hararumi. It's been here forever. Hikage, I thought I told you to silence him if I spoke again. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me I had to. Must be tough being a subordinate of something like that. Be quiet, I will silence you good. She's a feisty one, this one. This time I didn't seem to be idle threat. The girl had unshielded her katana and now resting the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. Hopefully there will be someone more common sense in the village. Several minutes later. I soon found myself confined in a small room. The stern-looking Tsudin of a girl glaring down at me while the other girls, who were apparently called Nakurumi, seemed to have softened up a little. From what I had gathered during the conversation, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. What purpose did the thefts have? Or are you just a pervert who gets sniffing girls' undies? I ought to castrate you. I already told you I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention, anything worn by you would probably smell sour. Sour undies. I couldn't see too well from the cell where you had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Tsuki Dono, please calm down. You brought him to learn the reason behind his persistence in the forest, didn't you? That is correct, Elder-sama. I believe he was working to remove the fox spirits to steal panties and undergarments. Objection! What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defendants accusing with fabrication. Narumi-san, would you please answer the question from the judge? Double D Brookie says, get the tits out! Hey, Cartoon, welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome. And yes, this game is spicy. It's brought to me today by the amazing people at Gamuzumi. And what do we see about Gamuzumi games? This game is lewd, it's rude, and fingers crossed because I'm in the mood for some nude. Welcome, buddy. Guys, if you like what you see today and you're watching me live on my Twitch channel, please feel free to drop that follow. And if you're watching this back on my YouTube channel, please, guys, like and subscribe. Remember, it's FREE free and takes 1 second of your time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. That's MARBROLAY, Marbrolay. And you'll be able to find my YouTube channel, guys. Click on it, subscribe, and I really do appreciate you in advance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing much, cartoon. I'm just streaming this game thanks to a sponsor that sent it to me this morning. Oh, actually, I got it yesterday afternoon. It's just been released, so I thought I'd get it done. It's a visual novel. It's a lewd visual novel, which means it's a bit dirty and spicy, like you mentioned. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get to some nude boobies. But apart from that, buddy, I hope you're doing well, and thank you for popping by. The evidence surrounding the defendant's ejaculation was fabricated. Narumi-san, would you please answer the question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is, myself, anywhere near those girls while you two were pursuing of them? Hold it! Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down. Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole anger accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's clearly a panty thief. And well, use him as a punching bag out of the yard. Finally, and here are the thoughts it was become a turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act despite the seriousness of the situation. Who could ever thought that mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? As long as I didn't become an ace prisoner, things would hopefully turn out for the better. A wise idea, Naru-chan. How about start by giving me your name? Gashikin Takahiri. No idea how to pronounce that. So, what are you doing in the forest? And why were those two chasing the thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine, hidden inside the forest. Next thing I knew, a weird girl was talking to me. A girl? Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her before. I must have fainted. After that, I woke up somewhere near the forest. Takashiri Dojo, Nakusumin, do you recall the stories behind the shrine near the village? Forgive me, Elder-sama, I do not recall. I know a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I can't remember the details. Sorry, grandfather. The shrine belongs to Teishingen, a powerful spirit that has one watching over our village as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going deep into the forest. I still think I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you could just let me go into them and find their home. Sorry guys, I skipped that. How do I go back? It's probably hidden in some damp cave in the hill or some rundown old house. Humans and spirits rarely mingle, even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad says that you saw spirits means there are chances he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did he take a good look at them? Him yet? He seems disorientated and his clothes look foreign. He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He claimed to be in the city near here, but nothing like that is around for miles. He was also talking about something called a move and used some fighting techniques that we've never seen before. He's still a pervert. I'm not a pervert, I'm a perfectly natural guy with my age and curious about certain things. Besides, if you're taking about the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it. Tishishu a tyrant. What did you just call me? I ought to smash you into pieces, you brat. Oh, wait. No, wait. Now that I think about it, those two foxes did look like they were just abandoning him. Grandfather, what does this mean? I can't be certain. However, I believe it's unlikely they're working together with the fox spirits. Still, I have never heard of a human to come to spirits such as Tasuri. I dare say he might not even be from this world. Wait, are you trying to say I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation. In what world would be considered logic? But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has experienced something like this before. We all have to think of how to deal with you. Is it possible to get you back to your own world? In the meantime, a night in the cell wouldn't hurt. He did assault a village guard and he resisted arrest. He could stay here until the rots for all I care, but I suspect the elder will wish to have talked with him soon. Hikirich, I am going to clean myself off. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. Though Fox's spirits run fast, I would still know more about those techniques, Takusha-san. If you happen to stick around, I might want to give you a few rounds with you. Miguel, I'll go a few rounds with you. It's not like I'm going anywhere for the time being. It is only a few hours while we discuss what we're to do with you. A person such as yourself would end up causing quite a commotion amongst the villagers, so I necessary the convenience of them no harm before you release you. And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell, while the people responsible for the situation left to deal with the personal errands. This sucks, as being sent to the different world was not bad enough. I'm stuck in a jail cell with a company being a pair of beautiful, majestic fox. You lucky boy. A pair of beautiful? Wait a second. Nakahua, hi there, painty boy. A familiar face approached me at the top of the cell, a blonde girl with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands in front of me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared, a wind grin on her face. There we go, guys, the boobs are back. Ah, it's the panty thieves. If you're here to reclaim the hostages, they are already back in their belongings. Nope. We saw the guards into the baths and swapped the maiden's silk again. Look. With that, she pulled out a pair of lacy, silky underwear from the sleeve and stretched it out the thumbs, showing off a penny prize to me. You come all the way back here to snatch their underwear again? And I'm not sure Tetsujui Tyrant fits the label. The cutie with the katana? You would be surprised. I happen to believe that she is as innocent as one can be. She seems too uptight to let any man touch her. As for returning to the village, we had a debt to settle. I seemed weakly as I worried what the fox meant by debt. I'm not sure this debt of yours might be, but I think we better leave those two to return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about it, can we just leave one, Sammy? Miko! This is not how we do things, young man. Your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicaments without harm. This place of us is a debt, for which we are now repaying you. Mecha, do the magic. Won't be a second, guys. Sorry guys, I was just helping my daughter do something real quick. She's home from school because it's school holidays. Lucky her, I guess. Unlucky me. Okay. The younger girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began mumbling something that I could even barely understand, and her hands began glowing brightly. Different words, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find myself talkative magical sword and end up destined to save the world. That said, I was curious to see what the magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. Aha! The glow filled the moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss and then a sizzle, and the lock dripped to the floor in a mess of melted metal. Well done, Miko-chan. You did very well. Relax for now, alright? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to... sorry, guys. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. The fact that the girl just melted is still locked, or I'm staring at it except this is normal. This level of magic is extraordinary. Miko-chan is quite gifted. But as I said, we are here to settle our debt. If you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where you first encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe for long. I should know. I have observed them for a while. Well, I don't plan on sticking around, so I'm gladly accompany you out of here. Maybe I'll be able to find my way back home. Lead the way, peeping Tammy. Miko, Sakamaku Machi. No idea what I just said. Not Tammy. Takahu, but I suggest we keep introductions for later. Very well then. Takahani, follow. As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves, crafty fox! Clapper nuggets, I skin you alive! I think that our cue is a cue to get out of here. I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us dared out of the prison. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one I visited before I got caught up in this mess. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. I know the spirits such as Turushi enjoy playing with people, but this seems a little cue of her. I would speak with her myself, but fox spirits are not allowed in the shrine. Huh, I thought the reason we never... sorry guys. I thought the reason we never got it because you get all frustrated wherever Tarashuri is around. Shut up, Miko. I didn't realize a penny thrift could get embarrassed like that, but maybe you two could show me some way of the shrine. Somewhere a layout in the forest seems different from my world. Which pretty much means that area's map was useless now. You do not understand, there is more to the way of the spirits than meets the eye. Transformers, more than meets the eye. I had to throw that in. Takahura, I would try to navigate you to the shrine, but Turia does not want us there. There will simply not get there. The only places we can navigate directly is a home in our village. I could use gate magic, but that takes a super long time to cast. And unless you concentrate really hard, it usually ends up taking us someplace not fun. I think I prefer taking the ground route. But that's for an offer, Meko-chan, was it? That's right, Tsukuki Miko. At your service. My first human friend. Silly girl. Not that I doubt your navigation skills or anything, but we crossed paths a while ago. Oh, you're right. We are back here. Wasami! Huh? I thought you were leading the way. Wait, I think you turn this way. Cut through those trees. Here, we might. The girl suddenly disappeared out of sight as she stepped between the two trunks, only to follow a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl, arms flailing wildly, neck deep in the slow-moving river. Wasami, quick, please! You have to help her, I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you want, just please save her. Help! It doesn't look that deep, you know. Don't tell me your sisters can't. She can't swim, neither of us can. Please, Takashumi-san, please rescue my sister. I guess I don't have a choice. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket and dove into the river, the cold water spitting shivers down my spine as I swam towards Meko, who, despite the lack of a strong current, was slowly disappearing under the water. Oh, one of the worried shouts of Meko. I tried to reach the girl as quickly as I possibly. It took me a few strokes before I reached her, but by the time I had grabbed a hold of her and pulled her out of the water, she had lost consciousness. I can't pronounce that damn word. She's not breathing! I felt my stomach drop dreadfully. Thoughts of what may happen if I didn't do something began to fill my mind. What could I possibly do? What could I possibly do? CPR? I don't know what that is. She's not breathing. Help her. Please save her. Wansami, please wake up. Okay, but I need to concentrate. Can you find me something to dry her off with? Right. Great. A mage with a receive spell. As I'm trying to steal my nerves for what I was about to do, I muttered those words just before leaning in. All I can remember was the first of training was to be patient, had to do with the so-called recovery position, and what I had to blow into her mouth and push down on her chest. Good luck pushing down on those chests, buddy. You're like pushing on two giant pillows. My heart pounded faster and faster as I looked down at the fox girl. I could feel my cheeks hitting up as a blush spread across my face. Clumsily, I put her into a hope that was in the right position, and slowly I lowered myself towards my face, my lips parted. Holy guacamole, guys. Well, that's a good picture. That's what we're here all for. We're here for some lewd and some rude. It may not be nude, but it gets me in the mood. If you were desperate for a kiss, you could have just asked. I know I'm a beautiful, exquisite creature, but pushing me into a river so you can play a hero is a bit too much, Takahan. It's not like that. I went to save you. Oh, Why, thank you. A valiant hero for your rescue. I must admit, I am not here a greatest swimmer. But you know, it often better to get permission from a maiden you have rescued before claim their reward, silly. I didn't have a choice. I either claim my lips or death would become you instead. Claim you instead. Well, death will claim you instead. Sorry, I got gibberish there. And a bad choice that was. Where is Meko? I hope she didn't try to save me first. She's an even worse swimmer than I am. She's fine. She'll be heading back here right now. In that case, I believe we have enough time. So how about it, Takahan? My lizard suit will be back in a few minutes, and I'm sure a boy like you have probably never kissed a girl before. So how about it? Want to claim the maiden lips? Don't make me toss you back in the river. Come on, man. Come on. We've got enough time. Oh, such a shame, too. I was looking forward to finding out just how sweet your lips tasted. I'm not sure I wanted to find out what a wet fox tastes like. Well, I'm pretty sure. I wish we had a multiple choice here, guys, because I know which way I'll be choosing. I assure you I taste a lot better than it when I'm wet. We're getting dirty. We're getting lewd. For some reason, I don't think we're talking about the same thing anymore. I felt my cheeks flushing up tightly as Miku teased his words, and I awkwardly scratched my cheek. Anyway, at the rate you're going to catch a cold, then perhaps you should warm me up, Takahan. More important, we need to get you into out of those stocky clothes. We definitely do. Oh my, Takahan, so bold. Please, don't. Please, won't you unbutton my top for me? I think it's already pretty much unbuttoned, because those tits are about to pop right out. If you insist. My fingers shook as I reached down to her laces of her bordance. I was blushing brightly and my head was spinning as I felt my fingers touch the cloth. I'm getting gibberish now. Before I continued any further, I heard a swoosh behind me and felt something heavily impacted against my body. Double D Brookie says, wow, titties, it's titty time. My body toppled forwards and I felt a nasty blow to the back of my head. Wasabi! I brought the... Oh no, Takahari. I could barely focus. The blonde fox girl began to fuss over me, but I was no good. Between running my butt off all day, the Tishurian turret, and following the rescue, and now the blow to my head, I felt myself slip into unconsciousness. Later that day. Hours must have passed by the time I finally regained consciousness. The first thing I noticed was something soft resting against me. For a moment, I wondered what that could be. Little did I know that whatever it was, I would soon be very much awake. Oh, crap. Okay, guys, that's what we're here for. We're here for the rude, and we definitely got nude. It's looking good. She's looking pretty fine. Mimika-chan. My voice caught my throat. Easily betrayed my surprise at seeing the fox spirit resting beside me. Of course, it didn't help that she was stark naked. Bloody oath it does. My gaze drifted along her features. I hadn't really put a long thought into her until now, but she was really beautiful. Wow! Sorry guys, but just shout that one out. Now, my chance. I had been curious about something for a while now, and decided to finally get my answer. I carefully lifted my hand towards her head, my fingertips lightly creasing onto a single furry ear. To my surprise, they felt real, confirming my theory. So, she's a real fox spirit. As I looked over the peaceful sleeping girl, it was difficult to imagine someone like her being a panty-stealing troublemaker. Up close, she looked incredibly cute and naked at that, but no less. The fact that she was lying right beside me caused my cheeks to blare up a red in instant. Nah, she's not again. Is she dreaming? Amused by this, I reached a hand out and poked her cheek gently, but the sound of footsteps made me reconsider. Ah, Takashuri's, you're awake. Shh, don't wake Wanasami. She's a light sleeper and she'll be super tired lately. Sure, but Miku-chan, mind explaining why your sister is sleeping next to me with no clothes on? Here, you two look super cute, all cuddled up together earlier. When Sami said that you told her it was important that she took her clothes off. So she took hers off, and then we took yours off. After that, we tried to keep you both warm by getting under the covers and laying in the sun. However, in the end, she fell asleep. Were you watching us just now? Yep, you were both sleeping soundly. It was super adorable. I wanted to cuddle up with you, but Wasami told me for cuddling up with her in her sleep before. I think I get it. She does look rather adorable as she's sleeping like that. Let's keep that the way it is now, Mako. I took a deep breath. I was about to open my mouth to say something when Mako suddenly woke up with a smile. She brought you home to the mansion. We brought you to our spare room because it was one of the best light during the day. I was only watching you for a bit, then I got bored, so I went and made some soup. Wasami always makes soup when I feel bad. Do you want some? Sure, I could do with some soup, but Mako-chan, before I need to ask you a favor. I need to go and get my clothes before I'm kind of naked here. I lifted the blanket enough to allow the shameful glance as the cause of my current predicament. My face visibly took the side of a tomato when I noticed Mako leaning over for a familiar peek under the blanket. I quickly closed the gap. I think she likes what he sees there, Taki. I think I'm going to stay under the blanket for a bit. Could you just please bring me my clothes? Cartoon says, what's Cartoon saying? Tiggle bitties. Titty bitties, guys. They're pretty popping, aren't they? They look good. I must admit, they do look good. But you might wake her up if you don't go back to sleep. But fine, if you insist, I'll go get your clothes. You're no fun, you know. I wanted to see what a human looked like, but Wasami forbidden me from peeking. Please, just go. The girl almost skipped to the door, giggling to herself. The door slid open, and she hopped outside, vanishing behind the paper screen. Once I had confirmed that Mako had left the room, I turned my gaze sideways, focusing on the peaceful expression of a slumbering fox by my side. For a moment, I thought about the thing the two girls had been accused of. Okay, a stealing underwear isn't exactly the nicest thing to do, but when I look at her like this, I can't picture her anything but a normal girl. Whilst the temptation to lift the blanket was strong, I felt a little nervous about the thought. Still, as much as I tried to hold myself back, I couldn't resist the temptation of turning to my side to get a better glimpse of her. Gingerly, I took a hold of the blanket. No, Takana, neither a gentleman nor a hero takes advantage of a sleeping lady. And yet, who am I kidding? This is once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. In the end, the perverted little devil within the majority struggle, and with shaking hands, I tried to lift the blanket. Stop! Yikes! I don't want any blackberries. Whilst, as the very sheets of laying on my heart pounded louder than ever. Without a word, I dropped the blanket. She was still dreaming mumbling away in her sleep, but she was scared the living daylights out of me. After a while, Mika returned to dispose of now my dry clothes in my lap. She smiled at me and lingered for a few moments as I expected me to begin changing. Oh, of course, the soup. I'll go get it now. But don't change too slowly, okay? I bet you hate me to sneak in and peek. Don't think you guys spend much time changing as girls. Wait. Where are you planning to peek on me? It occurred to me that perhaps Mika was more like a sister than I had first assumed. Hehehe, I sound like you now that you were talking about. Takahara, and well, I might have been thinking about it. I'm kind of curious about the difference between foxes and humans. Like, it was amazing how easily you carried Sis out of the water. Is it because you're a human? Actually, I think it's probably because I'm a guy. We tend to be stronger than girls. Not to mention, I practice judo almost every day. I would be embarrassed if I couldn't even carry a girl. Chirodao? Judo, it's a sport of sorts, although I also use a self-defense. And this is why you saved her, because of this, judo? Well, that's not really it. Ultimately, saving a Desmo in distress hinges on a human's pride. Oh, can I see your pride? And I get what she's saying there. She wants to see my dingleberry. And just with exactly what you're looking for, little sister. Ah, she woke up. Oh, Wanzili, I wasn't. You're wrong. Oh, the soup's still cooking. I need to tend to it. The younger girl scrambles to her feet and dashed out of the room at full speed, her tail commissioning hanging between her legs as she did. I turned to Mika-chan, and the faint blushes on my face, averting the eye she could pull the sheets back up around her. Double D Brookie says, I just bought this game, thank you. You're welcome, Double D Brookie. I'm glad I could be assistance of streaming this game for everyone to see. I see you're finally awake, Miko-chan. With the two making such fuss about it, Chuadan and Soup, how could I possibly hope to get any sleep? I'm glad to see you are well, Takahan. Forgive me for taking such measures, but I feared that I wasn't getting warm fast enough. And what was the thought was necessary? At least it was time, a more enjoyable sleep than I would have had in the cell. I doubt that Tsushima tyrant, was it? I doubt she would have given you the same service. Let's just say that hospitality was much appreciated. I am glad to hear. If you would like to change, there's a screen over there. I promise I won't look, of course. I guess of one has to do it. I watched Mika close her eyes, hiding her face in her hands as I reassured me that she wasn't the peak. Taking my chances, I climbed out of the under from the blankets and made my way towards the wooden screen. Once I reached, I quickly began to change. If I get so kind as to do me a favor, Takahan, my robes should be upon the dresser behind you. Could you pass me them, please? I would speed up matters greatly. Sure, give me a second. After looking around a moment, I found the robes neatly folded up on the dresser, my heart sinking as a beat as I took hold of them, before turning towards the screen behind them. Say, Mika-chan, how come you two walk around stealing people's underwear? I mean, you don't look like the people to me. You don't look like those people to me. Well, it's complicated, Miko. You're reaching a cell she had wanted to perform. That would allow us easy access to certain things we need. One ingredient was the maiden silk. The only silk I could think of, well, you already know the answer. By maiden silk you mean, I guess I understand what you mean. What would you think that, but lady silk, a maiden silk, another term of a wedding stash, is in my word, at least. And I said this, the girl appeared from the other side of the screen. I never realized. What's that, Wasami? A maiden silk is a wedding sash. So work was as a naught. Oh, well, at least the wording sashes are easy to get. I just have to merely Takahan. What? A few minutes later. After the incident, we relocated to the kitchen. The smell of food that filled the air. Despite the younger girl's easygoing attitude, always humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning from embarrassment. I think the girls would say such a thing. I quickly shook my head to clear the thoughts of my mind and turned towards the elder sister. Okay, guys, I am going to end the stream now. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. Once again, this game's brought to me by Gamuzumi, Gamuzumi.com. It's a lewd, it's rude, and finally, guys, we got some nude. Sakura Spirit, it's called. It's just been released. As you can tell, I streamed it today on the Nintendo Switch OLED model. It's available on the Nintendo Switch only, guys. So get on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. If you did, please, and you watch me live today on my Twitch channel, please feel free to drop me that follow by hitting the heart icon. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching this back on my YouTube channel, which is Marbrolay, M-A-R-B-R-O-L-A-Y, Marbrolay at YouTube, please, guys, like it, dislike it, comment. I will reply to the comments. And FREE, it is free, guys, and takes 1 second of your time to subscribe to my channel. I get a lot of views on my channel for all my videos, but I don't get hardly any subscribes. So please, guys, if you could subscribe and share my videos so my channel grows and I can bring you more content, I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to bring the most content I can to show you what these games are like. I'm trying to do more lewd games for you rude fellas out there who enjoy these games, and all the girls that like lewd games as well. I hope you all enjoyed it. Once again, guys, thank you for all calling past and watching it. Double D Brookie, thank you for purchasing the game. I'm pretty sure Gamuzumi will be appreciative of that. I'd like to thank everyone for coming past today. Make sure you take care of yourselves and ones you love. Don't forget to feed your pets. And remember, guys, you're perfect just the way you are. Unless you want to change, then change. Just be you, do you, and you'll be fine. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and bye for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's lewd, it's rude, and we're in the mood for some nude. Thank you again, guys. Bye for now.